Welcome everybody to another episode of GlideChat. My name is Michael Lombardo, CEO of GlideFast, and with me is Andrena Silva, Director of Talent Acquisition at GlideFast. Andrena, how are you?
I'm great, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's been way overdue since we got this podcast going. I don't know if it's a podcast. It's supposed to be because it's podcasts are not supposed to have video, but
Right.
podcast is such a awesome term.
It is.
I want this to be a podcast. It's a podcast. It's a GlideChat, but it's also a podcast. All right, so Andrena, I know you took a brief hiatus from GlideFast,
Yes,
but
I did.
how long in total? Let's just ignore that little road trip you had. But what's the total time you've been at GlideFast?
So since 2018.
2000. Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were founded in 2015. So you basically were here, and there's a couple of years of slow growth, right? So, wow. So you were right in the heart of building GlideFast.
I think I was employee number 45 or something.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Around
That's unbelievable. So you have an interesting story. So you were actually a nurse
there. Yes.
before becoming a recruiter.
Still am. Once a nurse, always a nurse.
Okay,
Right?
all right.
But not practicing. Yes.
But you still have your certifications?
Yes.
Keep that up. I still have my ServiceNow certifications.
See?
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
I will never let them expire because I don't think I can get them again. So you can just take the deltas I can
Yeah.
do. But to start
Probably
from scratch.
the same with me too. But
Yeah.
still have my license.
That's great. And so what was that change like? I mean, that's obviously like a night and day thing.
Right. It was a huge change. I was at the point in my life that I think I was ready for a change. The opportunity got presented, and we can talk more about that.
Yeah.
But actually, I didn't see it to be. I feel like a lot of what I was doing in nursing kind of transferred over to
Yeah.
recruiting. It's very people forward, speaking with people,
Yeah.
listening, and helping. I mean,
Yeah.
and obviously a different way, but
Yeah.
I take so much joy in speaking to somebody, learning about them, learning how maybe they could fit into the GlideFast organization, and then bringing them through the process of interviewing, and then helping them to come on board and come to the best company in the world.
That's awesome. I hear so many people say Mike, I'm here because Andrena,
Oh.
and I always loved how you built a relationship with people and you kept that relationship too. You check in with them and make sure they're happy, and a lot of times recruiters just kind of fill the role and move on, right? So I always appreciated that. So I've known you for a long time, and I always knew you were the right person for that role. You have the people skills, you have the work ethic, and I'm just so happy to have you on the team. So what's, in your opinion, what's special about GlideFast? Why? Because there's a lot of ServiceNow partners out there, right? And what makes GlideFast unique to the other ones, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, personally, once I came to GlideFast, and when I first came to GlideFast, it was really going to be part-time. I was going to help you with some recruiting on the side. But
Yeah.
once I sort of got that feeling from the organization,
Yeah.
I was just, I couldn't leave. I was
Yeah.
addicted.
Yeah.
And what it is, it is a little cliche to say we're a family, but
Yeah.
truly we are. We truly care about each other.
Yeah.
And I think when you're somebody on the GlideFast team, it's not just you. You have a whole organization of people behind you, right?
Yeah.
And when we first started, you had 30 people behind you, and
Yeah.
now you have how many?
I know.
I mean-
Almost 500 now.
Almost 500.
Over 500. Over 500.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you have all those people. So I think, being truly part of a team that cares about you, we're not competing against each other.
Yeah.
A win for you is a win for me.
Yeah.
I just love that.
That's
I just love it.
bingo. You hit
Yeah.
the nail on the head. Almost every organization, there's the competitiveness of, I didn't get that promotion, or and I don't know how we crack that code,
Yeah.
but just from top to bottom, from left to right, just we're here to help each other. And I think that just people realized, and still continue to realize, and the new people that come in of wait a minute, so it's not me or them or us versus them or whatever. It's okay, it's us together.
Exactly.
And if the person next to me is successful, that's going to help me be more successful. And it's special. It's
awesome.
Yeah, it's such a fun place to be. And what gets me motivated every day is there's people counting on me too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's how everybody feels. we're counting on each other too. Like I need the people around me. Like I can't do my job
Right.
if I don't have you, if I don't have, just the people I work with. And then it's just such a fun environment.
It is. And I love too how, we're not sitting at the top of the mountain, to
Yeah.
steal that phrase from somebody on our team. But I love it, and it really
Yeah.
speaks to me, because as a team and as an organization, even like with my own team, we're always trying to get better.
Yeah.
How can we get better? How can we serve our customers better? How can we make it a better place for our employees?
Yes.
So I love just constantly striving for improvement.
Yeah. Who said the top of the mountain thing? I don't know that.
Ohad.
Ohad? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I thought.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
I've heard him say that a couple of times.
Yeah, and that's right. Continual service improvement. That's you may not know, but ITIL is a framework that we follow. ITIL. You do?
I know that.
Okay. A big part of that is it's called CSI, Continual Service Improvement. Like you're never done getting better.
Right.
There is no perfect.
Right.
And that's what that's one of my main things telling customers. And it's something that I live my entire life. Believe me, my wife will tell you, definitely not perfect. But that's what we tell our customers, don't shoot for perfect, because you're never going to hit it,
Right.
and you're never going to achieve it. That's the beauty of life, really. It's just every day. That's what we do in life, right? We want to make the next day better than the last one, right? That's why we're fixing up our home. That's why we're looking to get a new car. That's why we're upgrading our iPhone every 2 months, right? We want to get better every day. And if we lose sight of that, I think that's Ohad's point, right? If we just say, okay, we're the best in the industry and, we're perfect, then we're done for. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it. Here's the thing you maybe haven't seen. Well, 2018 you probably have. But I started in ServiceNow 2010 or 2011, right? And at the time, there was one partner that was just like the best partner, right? And it's like, man, everybody wanted to work there, the customer, and then it's like, all of a sudden, in like a year, they're just like not there anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like their good people left, they lost customers, they sold, they changed their brand. And it's like, there's been waves of that. So because I've seen that and I've lived through it, it's like almost like a constant fear of okay, let's not get comfortable. Mm-hmm. Let's not get cocky here. Let's make sure I'm checking in with my team, make sure they're happy, make sure, if we need to pivot, make changes. I mean, it feels like almost every month we're rolling out a new bonus. You know what I mean? Remember we had no bonus before? I mean, we had no utilization bonus. Now we have a utilization bonus. We have an LFG bonus. Yeah. We have a GOAT bonus. Yeah. We have employee referral bonus. We have interview bonuses. We have marketing bonuses, right? And yes, I mean, it's got to incentivize the goals of the business. It's got to make sense financially. That's the first thing about a business. It's got to make money. The economics have to work. That's why utilization is an easy one, because, hey, the more money that, the company makes, the more we can pay you.
Right.
But it's not something you have to do. And I think that's what makes us special too, is we take it to that next level of making sure people love working here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited about Knowledge?
I am excited.
Yeah. This is not your first one though, right?
No. Knowledge 19.
Oh my God. Talk about that.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, I was still on the newer side.
Yeah.
But it was incredible just to see all these people here for ServiceNow and the excitement and the parties we had were so fun, and it was so great to meet a lot of the team in person.
We sent the whole company. It was at the time 100 people.
Right, sent the whole company. Yeah. So, and we had a joke that, when we would meet somebody new, we would either recognize their voice from being on Zoom together, or obviously their picture from Slack and stuff. But yeah, it was an amazing opportunity, and I'm very excited.
I'm afraid about this year because it's hard for me because before, I interviewed every single person before, I had personal relationships with everybody. Now it's I still see people on LinkedIn. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know this person. It's weird.
I know.
Because I want to know everybody. I want to know everyone's favorite color. I want to know
Yeah.
what they want out of their career. And, it's just impossible when it gets so big. But like, I don't want to run into someone and be like, what's your name? You know what I mean?
I know.
But it is what it is. And, I care about every single person here. And
yeah.
it's still so special. Like, that's what's cool about GlideFast. It's so special.
It is special, and I know you care, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you to meet so many, GlideFast employees that you haven't.
350. I think the last count was like 320 people from GlideFast are going.
That's so
to knowledge.
And it's amazing that GlideFast is investing in us that way.
Exactly. Because we're doing like a two-pronged thing. Last year we did Big Sky, Montana.
Right.
This year we're sending everybody that wants to go to Vegas. We're in one of the big hotels right next to the conference. So it's just going to be crazy. Like, it's never been such a collab of all of GlideFast and all it. Like, so the whole ServiceNow community is going to be, it's just going to be crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Couple parties. Going to have a couple parties.
So we may have a celebrity. I'm not going to say the name yet. We may have a celebrity. Actually, by the time this gets launched, it may maybe get out there. But yeah, we may have a celebrity show up. Own backup, shut our own backup. It's going to be GlideFast own backup collab. What advice would you have for like somebody looking to get into a GlideFast, or somebody that maybe has some ServiceNow experience but wants to get to the next level, maybe interview tips? What would you give some advice?
I think sort of the additional things that help is kind of making connections with people. I love connecting with people. I often try to just take calls, even if maybe we're not hiring or maybe they don't quite have the skill set.
Yeah.
But making that connection with somebody, kind of getting to know them. There's been so many cases where maybe somebody today doesn't have the skill set that we need to bring them on board, but sort of as time goes on, that person and I keep in touch, and then they kind of grow their career to the place that we're ready. And then because we already have that relationship, we're kind of ready to move forward. So for me, like, networking is big. I think it's important, when people kind of go the extra mile, checking in and seeing what positions we have available.
What about like brand? So obviously GlideFast has a brand, is a brand, but a lot of people don't understand. I remember when I didn't understand it either. Like, your personal brand.
I know. And you've always said that. You've always said that to people that work here. You're not only representing GlideFast brand, but you're representing your own brand.
And GlideFast is a stage for you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I looked at the last company I worked at. Was like, I was, they were another ServiceNow partner, and I don't know about anymore, but they were. And and man, like, I used that stage to project myself. It was good for the business too. And that's what I tell is like, listen, use GlideFast. We have a platform.
Right.
We have a network. I mean, on LinkedIn, I think we have 15,000 followers. We have the best YouTube out there. Back-to-back partners of the year. Everybody knows us. Like, you be the leader at GlideFast. So I think personal brand is something a lot of, especially like developers, like, we don't put the two together, and we don't really understand, I think, the power of a network and putting yourself out there. But I think personal brand is really important.
Yeah, I think that's a good perspective. Especially the ServiceNow community is so tight.
Yeah.
So you really have that opportunity to kind of, become almost like a celebrity within ServiceNow.
It sounds like I still do. You look up to the leaders, like, Chuck Tomazzi's, Josh Brostoff, those guys. You just, like, they're bigger than themselves. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you for spending time with us. I would just give one piece of advice, maybe, like, what's the number one thing you look for when you're out there looking on LinkedIn? And for those who, obviously, I hope everybody knows LinkedIn is the most powerful networking, employment, recruiting tool out there. Make sure you're building your LinkedIn brand, responding to our messages. But what's
it's our message?
Yes, I'm still messaging people too all the time. I know, I'm looking at you guys who ignore me. I know there's a lot of people who ignore me. It's all right. What's one piece of advice, maybe like for the LinkedIn profile? What would catch your eye? What would you like to see more good people do out there that'll help make them more attractive in the market?
I think the most important thing for LinkedIn profiles, from my perspective, is keeping things like clear and precise. Sometimes people it's very, very, very wordy. So I think keeping clear ServiceNow experience, talking about the products you have experience with. Certifications is huge. Have a picture.
Definitely have a picture.
I don't know why that's important to me.
It is. It's just a personal touch.
It's a personal touch, and I guess it goes back sort of that branding, anything that you can do to personalize your page. I love reading little like blurbs about people's background, experience. Maybe they include something personal, their hobbies, things they like to do, just so you can really kind of get to know the person a little bit more. So kind of more info you get in that way, the better, I'd say.
I love that. All right, everybody, Andrena Silva, a.k.a. Dree, and that's Andrena, not Andrea or anything. Andrena, a.k.a. Dree, and make sure you guys reach out to Andrena. She'll get you hooked up with some interviews here at GlideFast. We want to work together. Andrena, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Thanks.